Hi, Chris here, and welcome to the unboxing of the Voyo vBook version 3. It's one of those Yoga 2-star ones that can flip around. If you saw my Onda OBook 11 review, this is basically a big brother to that tablet, but it's probably from the same ODM, but hopefully a lot better than that Onda that I looked at. This one here I ordered from gearbest.com. It took them about 2 weeks to post it out to me. They were waiting for stock to come from Voyo, and I also got hit with some extra postage charges from them. They sent me a message saying, oh, you got to pay an extra 14 US. Postage was already 31. Now the reason why it's so expensive is actually quite a big bulky box. It weighs 2.5 kilos, the whole thing altogether, so pretty heavy with the box and everything and the power supply, and it looks a little bit beat up. Hopefully it's double boxed, but I'll open it up now and have a look. So hopefully it's going to be okay and there's going to be no damage to it. It's good to see it's in quite a strong looking box. Okay, let's get this open. US to UK, sorry, US to Euro. Power adapter there, the plug adapter. And there we go, the Voyo box. So there's not much info on the actual box itself outlining any of the specs. Something there, okay, so 4GB plus 64 is what it's got on the side there, Windows 10, and the first of the, so January, it looks like it was assembled on the 8th of January. So the specs of this one, it's got the Atom X5Z8300, they're all too familiar and I've seen way too many of them now, and it does have a touchscreen. Trying to get this box open, it seems to be stuck. There we go. Touchscreen and a 13.3 inch 1080p screen. Interesting enough, there is actually a SIM card slot on it apparently, but no modem installed. So it'll be interesting to see if we can actually install one later on. So there's the notebook. Small little instruction manual that is in, well, Chinese and English there. Here's the power supply, which is rated to 12 volts, 3 amps. So a reasonably powerful one there for an Atom. And they've given us, oh, they have given us a stylus. That's good. So it's an active stylus, and it does have a USB, micro USB port there, obviously to charge it up there. I will test that out later on in another video. Which is good that I don't have to buy one. I didn't realize this was included. Give you a close-up of that stylus. It looks a little flimsy, a little plasticky. Not really high quality, but, well, at least we got one. Can't complain. Now just get the box out of the way and focus on the Voyo vBook version 3 here. Okay, so the color I got, obviously you can see grey, not that horrible Lenovo orange that I just hate. The color's just too strong. So it's got like a textured, it's like a matte feel to it, grippy, rubberized feel to it, which actually feels okay. So on the left hand side we have our USB port. I don't know whether this is USB 2 or 3, but one of them is a USB 3 port. and we have here a 3.5mm headphone jack. This is a SIM card slot, but as I mentioned, there's no modem inside here, so that's not going to work. We have our volume up and down, power on. This is our switch to lock and unlock the keyboard. And having a look now at the right hand side, we have a micro SD card slot, micro HDMI out, USB port, and the DC in charging jack there. There is a Stylus LED here on the side, and if it's anything like the Onda OBook 11, this will light up blue once connected. So the vBook version 3 has two speakers on the bottom, same exact design as the Onda OBook 11. They're 4 rubber feet, little screws around everywhere to hold the backing plate on. I imagine if you remove that, you'll probably find you can get access then to the batteries and have a look at the internals. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm going to look at the internals on this one. I may do, depends, but no promises with that. So I'll have a look now and see how much it weighs. Just get my scales here. Feels quite heavy. Feels about 1.5 or so kilos is my guess. Let's have a look. What does it come in at? 1.65 kilos. So I was a little off there with my guess, but reasonably weighty kind of device. But I mean, it is 13.3 inches, so kind of normal there. Just have a look and see to the thickness of it at the thickest point, which is probably just around where this metal hinges. That is actually metal too. By the way, it's not plastic. I guess if it was plastic, it'd probably be susceptible to breaking. So it comes in at 19 millimeters. More or less at the thickest part there of the laptop. So I'll see if I can open it with one hand. I don't imagine I can actually with this hinge. No, you're going to need two hands to open that up. And oh, it's already powered on. Okay. So just before I get to have a look at the device manager and Windows, if it's activated and everything, have a look at the keyboard. So we've got a reasonably large touchpad. And you can see here, keyboard does have 3 status LEDs down there, and overall, the look of it seems quite a decent keyboard. Overall, the build quality is quite good. We've got down here a couple of rubber feet either side. That's, of course, to keep the screen off the keyboard and from scratching, hopefully. Now, there is a little bit of flex there, and the travel of the key seems okay. Quickly use the trackpad, so it has a left and right hardware mouse buttons, which is good to see, not just gestures, although gestures should work. Yes, it does have gestures there. If I compare that to my Surface Type cover, my Surface Type cover 4, you see the trackpads are almost the same size. This is 12 inches and that's 13.3, so Voyo has more space there to play with, and the spaced out keys giving us more room. Now there is a microphone within one of these holes down here, and there is a front facing 2 megapixel webcam, and there's also a rear facing 2 megapixel webcam, so one on either side. Now of course the interesting thing about the design of this tablet slash hybrid laptop, because you can do this, you can turn it into a tablet. You flip it around just like the Lenovo Yoga series. Flip it around like that and then you have yourself a bulky heavy tablet, or you can simply put the keyboard face down, lock out the keyboard of course, and flip the screen up here and use it like so. So it's like having a tablet that's on a stand, a fixed stand, ideal for maybe an airplane. If you're sitting down with the tray, you can put that on the tray, sit in your seat and watch yourself a movie there, because it's a 13.3 inch screen, a bit larger than what most planes offer, at least in economy class. And you can also flip that around into that tent mode, which you can use that way. So it's a very versatile design that is quite handy, practical, and the hinge feels reasonably strong at the moment. I don't, of course, know how that's going to hold up maybe after 100 times of using that and flipping it around, but at the moment it seems okay there. So have a quick look at Windows, and just to see what we have on the device manager and system. System, we have Windows 10 Home, and Windows is activated. And the device manager, let's have a look at the disk drive. We have a generic N card, so that's a slower eMMC. Normally they don't perform too well, but I will benchmark that fully, just like this laptop here. I'll go through all my normal benchmarks, so Geekbench 3, 3D Mark, gaming as well, and the internet adapter, where are we? So it's a Broadcom. Just give you another quick look at the keyboard. You can see that it's a matte kind of paint job to it that looks like it's going to leave fingerprints, a little bit smudges and things. But the large trackpad too. We do have a menu key. We do have another button there too, also to disable the trackpad, so we can hit function and little LEDs come up saying that the trackpad's now disabled. Which is good to see. We need that on keyboards, because if you're going to be typing away, sometimes you have your palm will move the mouse, as you know, sometimes the cursor will move, and it's really annoying. So good that I have included that. So I just flipped it around into tablet mode now. I'll open up Paint and quickly show you the active stylus. So I connected up the charger that I've got around for my mobile phone to just give it a bit of charge, and then you have to hold down the button here at the top until you see a little light come on within the actual stylus. Now I'm not sure what the tech is for this one. If anyone knows, please let us know in the comments. I have tried my Dell active stylus, but it's definitely not the same tech that Dell use. It's not going to work. The nib of it is metal, so that's probably not going to play too well with the plastic screen protector that's already pre-applied to this. Now in this price range, of course, you don't get Gorilla Glass. It's not tempered glass, not scratch resistant. That's why they have the screen protectors on it. So you might want to get yourself maybe a tempered screen protector for the top of it if you're going to be using the stylus. So just have a look now and see how the accuracy is. Just quickly write something. Oops, no palm rejection. Hello. Okay, if I place my palm there and now write something, or just... Okay, it seems okay. At least it is a proper stylus. So if you're running something like, I don't know, Paint Shop or whatever, that it might not actually be that fast. This is the initial test. I'll test it later on and some other things if people want to see that, but overall, I mean, for the stylus that's included, it's definitely working okay for now. And the screen brightness I have set to 100% at the moment. It goes all the way down to 0%, so very dim. That's probably ideal for nighttime use if you've got your lights out and you want to watch maybe a movie or something, or you want to have a look at the internet. It's an ideal kind of brightness, I think. Very dim, which is good. So it goes up to 25%, 50, and then 100 there. And before I forget, the free amount of storage we have on the 64GB eMMC, let's have a look. We've got 41.7 gigabytes free. So a little bit of space to play with. We can, of course, insert a micro SD card. And I will be back with benchmarks. I will test out if I can connect up an external 1TB hard drive, it will power that without any problems, both of those ports. And check out the thermals as well as the battery life to see just how long that 10,000 milliamp hour battery is going to hold up. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Just before I go, here's a 360-degree look at the laptop. Thanks for watching. Hopefully catch you back in the channel with the full review of this tablet and more benchmarks on the tablet.